about 5 minutes from the presentation so that, I am here to talk answers, not questions. I'm not going to leave any doubts because that's what C dot does. Whenever you need something, we have to have it before you need it. And some of the things that I'm going to talk about might not be known to everybody because security is something that I take very seriously. So first thing is not talk unless it is required. Okay, so just begin. I mean, I will skip a lot of it because, just can you switch it? But key thought points, successful R&D is what you require for answering all the questions. We require integrated Make in India. It means right from academics integrated into R&D all the way, because that allows us to, Indian genius to come into the products. And we are having a lot of change which is happening here. And finally, we are, the point I would like you to understand is that now cyberspace is actually marrying the real space. The time has begun when whatever you think and you can code, you can do it. And it includes a bomb blast, by the way. But to realize all of that, a smart city, you need to have bandwidth of the higher order. You require fiber. I don't know how many cities have put fiber and communication infrastructure that doesn't fail. But also the ever-growing demand of bandwidth. The technology answers all there. We can take on single fiber more than 16 terabit today from C-dot technology. The latency requirements, because you have to react very quickly, are very, very stringent. So you require low latency networks. Also, social media is becoming, quite, prevalent. You need to have cost. Coming down straight to, what's happening on to the smart cities and M2M. Now, M2M is a standard where C-dot actually saw the light before it got formulated. We gave about 60 recommendations to be included in the, standard. And I'm happy to tell you that all of those have been accepted except one, which is under debate as of now. Consequently, we built world's first platform along with a Korean company, and which is one M2M standard compliant. What it means, actually, security is one of the basic requirement for putting sensor networks. As somebody talked about compromised camera, compromised temperature sensors, compromised, it can all create havoc. And that's what, this is the standard framework. All the standards which are being, through alliances are there. I'm highlighting one M2M because it's supported by 8 standard bodies globally. Release 1 has come, release 2 has come. We are having the product. We did the drop in Korea. We did a drop in Japan. We did a drop in France. And now we're going to do one more in India, a 4th one. That is because we wanted to make sure that the global standard is accepted by everybody, because in India, Make in India syndrome and disbelief is what is a big challenge for researchers. 2 more bodies that I have highlighted are 3GPP and IEEE. 3GPP is actually mobile. I mean, these guys actually build all this stuff in mobile, and they are taking care of LTE, 5G, and all that, the standards. And security is one part of it. And IEEE is Wi-Fi. I know, because Wi-Fi, C-dot has built a Wi-Fi that goes 20 kilometers and, in beam formation, creates 3 sectors, 3 villages can be connected to single Wi-Fi. We are able to achieve 1 gigabit capacity. I mean, I'm not here to tell you that in India, you have everything available. What we don't have here is people wanting to buy from India. And that's why the smart way of doing things, what is this all smart city concept? What we have missed in our design is what I wanted to talk. You will have sensors, you will have cars, you will have utilities, power, everything will be there. And they all need to be connected to create an interplay and optimization of the workflow. That's why I require sensor networks to do the abstraction of data that comes, either in real time. And then you require this M2M IoT platform. What has happened is that since it is not in the interest of some of the large enterprises, they want to put their own proprietary platform. The open platform has not been adopted and has not been talked about as of now. And what this platform will do will take care of security. I'll give you, in a minute, all the things. So these are all you require all kind of networks would be part of it. Integrated IP-based core network is what you require, and then you require application, and you have 4 aspirations: physical, which is energy, water, transport; and then you have the other one, education, health, and building homes and all of that. Then you require the market and job creation. These are the typical institutional requirements which have been set out. And the smart city, all of those can be built on top of it. If you build without that, the security becomes a big problem, because the attacks that have happened are originating from many, many countries, including the China and US and all other. India is poorly listed in this, luckily. And that's why I think the important thing is DDoS attacks. 30% of the total traffic that flows on the internet is actually either bot or bot-like. We don't know who is wanting to send to whom and why. And the attacks which are happening are very, very large scale, vectors, multi-vector. Consequently, it is necessary that if we feel safe without taking measure, it might be a difficult thing. Now, I will give you an example, because I know the time is not there, so I will take 3 slides how this standardization will actually build the security for all of us. Beyond firewalls, beyond the standard method that we have seen, because attacks are real. This is 2016 last quarter data, and it is increasing in size. And so what is one M2M architecture? This defines the gateways, that where the sensor will be connected. It defines how the services will flow. This is the platform which actually have a standardized interfaces. Anybody can bring in their application. Any startup can start and then put on this platform, can access all the sensors if they have authorization. That's what. So this is one slide I wanted to just talk about. Second one is that security. You can't build security in a public infrastructure putting the firewalls, because accessibility is required by everybody. Consequently, the standard body has defined what security has to be. Once you are connecting sensor, it has to run on DTLS. This is like transport level security, which is a standard, which makes sure the data which goes is actually secure. And so these are like then all web servers which are there, they have to be connected on TLS. Like that, it has been defined. And there are protocols which are clearly defined. They ensure the security there. What we did is that actually deployed this in following way. What you see, TMS is actually tower monitoring system. CTOT is designed for monitoring tower, reducing the carbon footprint all across the country. And we put that because, why I'm bringing it up? Because multiple operators necessarily need to be involved, because they own the infrastructure there. It means that you're actually creating nationwide public infrastructure, and it has to be secure. How do we do that? So we propose that there are different type of protocols which have been designed, and then finally you have VPN, which many of us know VPN, which we create, and you have WSS. All of these is actually made sure that the data that we are collecting is secure. So the short point I wanted to build was that you will have large data. This data need to be private. All the IT infrastructure need to be created for that. But more importantly, we need to have the standard-based platform where anybody can connect, which doesn't have the walled garden approach of one particular company or the group or for that matter, so that we can create our cities to be secure. More than that, I think the law enforcement agencies of this country have been poorly treated. They are asked to do impossible things. Once you have machine-to-machine communication, somebody blasts a bomb somewhere, can they get the trace? Where was the machine? Who did it? What time it actually gave the command? What time actuator actuated? And what time it went? Because you will never be able to catch through the camera the guy, because nobody comes at the time of the crime. That is why you require standard, and that's why analytics of the large data becomes important. Thank you very much.